Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We are Saturday the 7th of September 2024 looking at this Archecore 135 scale sand rover lizard cannon carriage. Now I said I wasn't going to buy this, it didn't look like it was my cup of tea, didn't fit with my vision of that universe, but in the end I thought, you know what, I've got most of the other stuff, not all the other stuff, let me go and get this anyway. Because, you know, it's going to have features because Archecore's packed full of features. You see on the artwork, you got the Sand Raiders on there. I've got those figures here with me. We can put on it a bit later. Nice artwork. Let's get a look at the actual toy on the back. Reminds you of that He-Man toy, that thing that held the figures years ago. It looks quite nice, but again, I don't think it's my cup of tea. Not sure why I spent money on it, but we'll see what it's like when I open up. I'll probably change my mind. And I quite like the fact these little barrel bombs or barrel whatever things roll down and whatnot. And appears you might have some extra weapons in there, perhaps. Does look pretty cool. But is it my cup of tea or is it any good? Let's find out in a little while. This looks pretty cool in that picture there. All right, I'm going to unbox and set it up. I'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned. So here it is. It's a little bit of time to set up, but I think it looks pretty good. Have I changed my mind about it? A little bit. It's still not an essential purchase, but it's actually a pretty good playset. Quite a few features there and nice to have. So accessories that are not part of that lizard carriage at the moment anyway. So we get this cell, this sort of prison cell, to take the top or bottom off and put the figure in the middle. That can actually attach to the carriage. I'll show that a bit later how. But it involves putting it underneath that gun, making that sort of really high, a bit funky looking. You get two little connectors spare. One's to connect that little cell to the carriage, other one's just a spare one. No use for it in a setup according to instructions. You get these mini sort of handcuffs. If you've got one of the Desert Raider figures, put a link for these on top right of the screen for you. Or another Archecore figure with small enough hands. You can put them inside. No, I'm stuck. Let me go. So immature for 50 years old. Anyway, and we get two sets of those, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this one, you can choose which is the bottom. Doesn't make much of a difference. Just put your peg in. You can take this out. Push that one back in there. Then that'll just go doing into the centre there. And now I've got a prison cell there. Or a little cage, I should say, as opposed to a cell. Then if you want, that can just go onto the pins on top. I'm not going to push it in now, make it super hard, which I don't like the look of. There's a seat on there, but surely that could just plug into there. And that would make far more sense to me, having it lower than having it so high. But even then it's a bit, you know, I don't really like the look of that. Okay, so I will take that little cell off again. Put this one back on. And we'll take a close look at this and look at some of its features. Take that one back out if I can. I'll take that out later. It's a bit upside down. Well, it doesn't matter. No, upside down it. Okay, so let's get a bit of a better focus going on here. Well, that'll do. I'll look at this close look and its features. But before that, consider joining the Patreon. Link on the top right of the screen now. Get to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too, including one happening this month, September 2024. So, close look. Let's bring it in. It's got some, like a little story behind it, but the story doesn't actually match up with how it looks. It should look a far more bone-like and less machine-like. To read the story. And yes, those are big axes on those little flag poles. You can actually take the flags off. And have huge axes for your 135 or nice big axes for your 118 scale. So, features. You can pick this up. That does articulate. That one comes down, or up rather, and you can take out the little forked tongue. Guess that could be for charging or something, so pretty cool. The legs do move side to side. There is an outwards, and the feet do come around like that, and they do circle, articulate as well. Just feels more like there should be more on there. These guns here, if I bring this up, you see the little zoom in for that part. The little, I'll call it a rampart. The guard part comes in place, and the guns do move separately from that, and you can turn them left and right. The little rib cage you can close up if you want. I had it open just then, like that, which is pretty cool. This gun does rotate, but if the rib cage is closed, it's going to hinder that, impede that motion. So this does rotate, and you can move the guns up and down individually. That's a little seat on there. On the back, same action with these guns here, and these spears do come out. These barbed spears, and you can obviously take the guns off too if you wanted to. And they just clip onto the side. The gun comes off of that as well. And these, if you want to stow them, can be stowed in the sides here, and these guns can be stowed in there if you want. So you've got lots of options to how you want to set it up, how you want to make it look. So if I take that gun off of here properly, not the whole clip off this time. There we go. Let's get that one up. This gun should be able to be stored over here like that, which is a pretty good feature. These, as I said, you can take these out. You can take the flag off, and I've got a whopping great big axe. I'll put it in there without the flag for now. I'll take it off later and look at it at 1/18 scale. Back legs move the same way. Then this feature, which I've not looked at yet, is there's a little dial here, or button you twist, boom, one drops down, reloads. And it should sort of roll down there. You get 4 barrels, not 3, but you can't put 4 in there, which seems a bit strange. And for me, it would have made more sense if these could have fitted behind there in this section here, as opposed to just be permanently resting sort of there, you know. That's just my opinion. How do I get that on last time? Let's do that. There we go. So I quite like this. I'm going to take it apart and put it back in its box in a little while when I finish this video. But it's quite nice. Okay, so with figures, I've got my 3 Desert Raiders here. So there's a control panel at the front. You can see the handles here and here. You could have one there and he can man the guns, or you can have 3 there if they could fit. One controlling, one doing the guns. I've got 2 packs of the Desert Raiders, and they are really nice figures. I do like the, I'm standing up first. I do like the Archecore stuff a lot. Doesn't want to stand up for me. I know his head's popped off. Look at that. Me telling you how nice they are, and things are popping off. There we go. Very nice figures, though not as articulated as their bulky Archecore Archi-Soldier counterparts, which is kind of ironic, because normally you'd think less bulky, more articulation, but I guess the bulk is used for and to hide some articulation on the Archi-Soldiers. Okay, I'll get the female, the lady, the woman, get a semi-posed. Then she could sit on there very happily, very easily. And then you can get the guys on the back if you want, or you could have them, there's no controls in the back, but you could have them by the gun turret there or something like that. So it's pretty nice. It's more, I mean, there's quite a few play features, but it just feels more like display than play, even though it's meant for play. It does look really quite nice. The plastic is high quality, which I do like, but lots of parts for kids to lose, you let your kids play with it. In terms of comparison, what's the figures fall over now or not? Let's have a look. Can I lean this? Okay. So if I get the Sandland tank I reviewed recently, the kit 135 scale, scaling is not bad. It's pretty good. Bear in mind the Sandland tank, they say 135. Their 135 is slightly smaller than this 135, but it does scale quite well. You paint that to match, it look pretty good. And then if I look at that axe, if I take a 118 scale figure, I'll take my Cigar the Survivor, Boss Fight Studios figure. If I have him here, if I put the next, look how big that axe is. That's just ridiculous. This halberd, this polearm is huge. And yet you have your Archecore figures getting ready for combat. In fact, I'm not even sure he's meant to hold this one. That is too big for his hands. So I'm taking that back. But they've got some grip parts there. Actually, I might tell you a lie. They do have some figures who in Archecore line do come with great big weapons to this sort of degree. But yeah, that's too fat for him to hold. But that would work if you're 118 scale. Let's put that flag back on. I'm a bit surprised by that because most of the big stuff they have is suitable for the hand size of the figures. This one is an exception. Particularly surprised because it's got an axe and the other one, well, a polearm and an axe. He fell off that time. Yeah, I'm throwing him around. Let's put him there. Let's put this up like this. It's a nice set. I like it, but it's not an essential purchase for me. I got it because I was a bit curious. I'm not sad I got it, you know, but it's just not essential unless you want the parts, but not really essential for parts. But it's nice to have it with your Desert Raiders, though I prefer something else to this. Anyway, this is Awesome National signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon, and I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.